Hi, I'm Alonso from thealonsomusic.com, and today I want to talk to you about the bar or the barre technique for the guitar. That's a technique where you use your left hand index finger, finger 1, to press more than one string at the same time, and you can do that on just a portion of the finger or the whole finger entirely. So today I'm going to show you a pretty complete set of bar exercises to help you learn how to do it efficiently so that your bar sounds good and so that you don't destroy your hands in the process. Please don't try to do all of these exercises in one sitting. I don't recommend that at all. Again, this is a lot of work for the hand, for the wrist, the thumb, the fingers, all that stuff. That can lead to injury. What I do recommend that you do is pick one of these exercises, again, right around your comfort zone threshold, okay? Start at the first one and then progressively get harder and harder as you go. But pick one and then think about doing 2 to 3 sets of that one exercise in one day, no more than that. Now, you can interleave that or mix it in with maybe 2 to 4 other exercises so that you have some space between the bar. You can rest your hands, and again, that's better for memorization. For example, exercise 1, 2-string bar chords. Exercise 2, arpeggios. 3, scales. 4, right thumb. And then you go back, second set, you can repeat the whole thing, and if you have time, a third set, and you can repeat the whole thing, okay? That's gonna be an excellent schedule for your technique development and also for your memorization, so keep that in mind. This is going to be a 2-part series. In this video, part 1, I'm going to talk about 3 exercises, the setup, which is going to go through postural exercises, setup, mechanical exercises to really help you make sure you're doing it right. Then we're going to talk about the 2-string and the 3-string bar chords, okay? And then part 2 of the video, we're going to talk about 4, 5, and 6-string bar chords, which are more challenging and require some slightly different postural adjustments than the 2 and 3-string bar chords, okay? So with that said, let's jump into exercise 1, which is our setup for the bar. Let's talk first about the body, and then we're going to talk about how the fingers work. So take a look at your body, scan your body for tension, and if you're feeling any kind of tension anywhere, make sure to release that tension, get rid of as much as possible. Right? Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed, your lower back is comfortably straight, okay? You make sure you're not hunching over at the neck to take a look at your fretboard. So now let's talk about the fingers. The first thing that I'd like you to do is take your left hand and do this with your fingers. So just relax the finger, but your thumb and index finger, touch them together like they're a pair of tweezers. Not like this, but like this. Pad of the thumb with the pad of the index finger, okay? Just softly. Not very hard at all right? So what I'd like you to do is go 1, 2, 3, and hold, okay? Don't press, just on the third one, just hold. So 1, 2, 3, and hold, okay? Now we're gonna do that exercise. We're gonna do that on the neck of the guitar, all right? So you're gonna go underneath, go 1, 2, 3, hold. Now up, go 1, 2, 3, and hold. And what I'd like you to do is make sure that you're going to play strings 2 and 1. So 1 is the one closest to the ground, 6 is the one closest to the ceiling. Strings 1 and 2 between the tip of the index finger and between the first joint. You can kind of see where they're placed right now. So again, tweezers, 1, 2, 3 on the guitar. 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter what fret you're on, by the way, just for this exercise, all right? So what I'd like you to do is on the third one, we're going to do this again, 1, 2, 3, and hold. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Make sure you're not pressing. If you're pressing, release the pressure, but don't break contact with the strings. Now we're going to look at a couple of things that are going on. First, look at these fingers, the non-playing fingers. Are they like this? Are they like this? Right? We want them relaxed, so very loose, right? So let's try this again. 1, 2, 3, and hold. Relax these fingers. One more time. 1, 2, 3, and hold, relax the fingers, all right? So hold that position. Now let's take a look at the placement of the bar finger in relation to the actual metal frets that were around. We want the finger to be as close to the front of the fret as possible. So the back of the fret is toward the headstock, the front of the fret is toward the body of the guitar. We want to be close to the front of the fret, right behind the actual metal of the fret. So almost as if it were on top of it, but not quite, okay? Next thing is, let's look at the thumb. Is the thumb in your tweezer position, right? Or is it like that? Is it like that, right? We want it to be in this tweezer position. So if you're unsure, go back to the tweezer position and set it up, okay? So thumb comfortably straight. Next, how's the wrist? See, I have a slight curve in the wrist. Are you doing this? Are you doing this? So if you're doing this, if you're hyper flexing make sure to relax. If you're extending, make sure to relax. Think about just adding some weight in the arm. Let your arm hang a little bit, right? That's gonna put your wrist in the perfect position. Okay, so this is our setup for the bar, all right? Non-playing fingers relaxed, fingers close to the bar, thumb behind the index finger, wrist relaxed with a slight curve to it, okay? The next part is going to involve the right thumb, and what we're going to find is our minimum fretting pressure, right? The minimum pressure needed to fret the strings. So again, the left hand, we're going to place this now on string fret 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th fret, right behind the metal of the fret, so the front of the fret, okay? So with the fingers placed and not pressing, just lightly touching, you're going to take your right thumb and you're going to play 2 and 1, 2 and 1. Just keep doing that. 2 and 1. This is my muted strings. These are muted strings. While you're doing that, you're going to start to press little by little with that finger until you feel those strings buzz. Just pressing, pressing, pressing. There's a buzz. Buzz. It sounds pretty bad. That's what you want it to sound like. Let it sound bad. Now I'm going to keep pressing until that becomes clean. Just until it becomes clean. No more than that. Clean, clean. You can go slowly. And that's it. Once you find that, that's your minimum fretting pressure. Okay? One little tip. You can always add a little more arm weight so you can let that hang, let the arm hang without having the fingers fall off. So pressure and weight. Pressure and weight. That's going to help you redirect the pressure so that instead of going perpendicular, you're going to go downward. It's going to be a little bit easier. So add weight to it if needed. Now that we've got the setup for the bar chord with the proper mechanics and the proper amount of minimum fretting pressure, we've got exercise 2, and there's 4 parts to this exercise. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly, so please feel free to pause the video if needed. And what we're going to do is, for exercise 2.1, we're going to use the right thumb again, and we're going to go open, strings 2, 1, fret, strings 2, 1 with minimum fretting pressure. Right? Now we're going to go up, strings 3, 2, minimum fretting pressure, 3, 2, open, relax, 4, 3, fret, 4, 3, relax, 5, 4, fret, 5, 4, relax, 6, 5, 6, 5. Hold this position real quick. I want you to notice one thing, okay? 2 things really. Notice the shape of my finger. So I'm not flat like that. I'm really just using the tip of the finger. You can use that for all of these, okay? Just the tip of the finger, not flat like that, okay, the tip. And notice that the thumb is gonna follow my finger, all right? So you don't wanna keep it down and then add more flexion to the wrist. Remember, we wanna keep that flexion consistent and slightly curved. So let the thumb follow, all right? That's 2.1. What I recommend you do is to not just practice this on the 5th fret, practice it everywhere. Make it random. That's going to help it's going to accelerate your learning process, okay? Let's move to 2.2. We're going to do the bar plus another finger. So in this case, I'm going to start with the bar, then the 2nd finger, bar 3rd finger, bar 4th finger, okay? What we're going to do is add the bar, add the 2nd finger, then release the 2nd finger, okay? Open, bar, for example, 3rd finger, release the 3rd finger, and so forth, okay? So first, bar and 2nd finger. 2nd finger is going to start on the 1st string. So open, 2, 1, bar, 2, 1, 2nd finger on the 1st string, 2, 1. Release the 2nd finger, okay? Open, bar, 2nd finger, 2nd string. Release the 2nd finger, okay? You want to do the same thing with 3 and 4. 3, 1st string, release the 3rd finger. Open, bar, 3rd finger, 2nd string, release. Bar, open, sorry, bar, 4th finger, 1st string, bar, 2nd string. Okay, like I mentioned before, you can do this on every pair of strings. 2.3 is where we're going to plant the bar and another finger simultaneously. Okay, I'm going to show you just the 1st and 2nd strings with each pair of fingers and on 2 strings, and then you can use the same exercise to practice on various strings. So for example, it's going to be starting with the second finger, bar and the second finger simultaneously. Second finger will plant on the first string. So for example, release the second finger, open, bar, release the second finger. Third finger, first string, third finger, second string, fourth finger, first string, okay, and again, the idea is to use every pair of strings there. So make sure to practice on 3-2, 4-3, 5-4, and 6-5 with all of those combinations, right? 2.4, so now we're going to do the bar and a finger simultaneously, and then we're going to add and remove one of the additional fingers. So for example, I'm going to show you on strings 2 and 1, so 2 and 1 open, bar, and I'm going to use my second finger on the first string simultaneously. Then I'm going to add my third finger right in front of it, lift 3. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to do my third finger on the second string. Okay, now fourth finger, second string. I can do the same thing with my third finger. So now second finger is going to have to be on the second string. Now fourth finger, first string. Third finger, fourth string, fourth finger, second string. Now fourth finger, second string, third finger, second string. Okay, and again, all of those combinations across all strings. Okay, that is exercise 2. So now with exercise 3, we're going to be covering the 3-string bar chord. Now in this case, we want the strings, in this, for example, strings 1, 2, and 3, to be between the tip of the first finger and then right around that first joint. Now everybody's going to be a little different, doesn't have to be exactly at the joint, but somewhere around there, right? It looks like this. Again, remember your setup, relax these fingers, use weight and pressure, and make sure you're at the front of the fret. Thumb follows the finger, wrist relaxed, okay? We're going to do this, a similar thing that we did for exercise 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5th fret, strings 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to go open, 3, 2, 1, then bar, 3, 2, 1. Remember your tweezer, right? All right, now we're going to move the strings up, 4, 3, 2. Bar, weight and pressure, relax the fingers. Release, 5, 4, 3. Bar, relax the fingers. Rest, 6, 5, 4. Hold, relax the fingers, okay? Again, do that everywhere, all over the frets, okay? That's 3.1. 3.2, similar to what we did before, bar plus another finger, okay? So for example, I'm going to do this on 3, 2, 1. First string, second finger. Release the second finger. Same thing, second string now. Same thing, third string. Same thing, third finger. First string. Release, second string. Rest, third string. Rest, fourth finger. First string. Rest, second string. Rest, third string. Sounds a little funny. I'm going quickly. Again, pause the video to make sure that you can do this. Take your time, make sure you're doing it right. Once again, you can do this all over the fretboard, okay? And you should. That would be a good way to accelerate your learning. 3.3. Bar and finger together. I'm just going to show you a couple of examples, but again, taking the idea away that you can use all permutations and do this all over the fretboard. So for example, bar and 2 at the same time on string 1, lift 2, string 2, third finger, I'm going to start on the third string, second string, first string, fourth finger, first string. Relax the non-playing fingers, make sure you're relaxed. Second string. I made a mistake. I don't know if you heard it, but this was a little bit muted, so I'm going to do that again. As soon as you hear a mistake, you want to stop, figure out what went wrong, and fix it. This is important. You don't just blow through the mistakes. That's not going to be helpful. So now I'm going to validate it. That went well. So third string. Okay, and again, all over the fretboard. Okay, 3.4 is similar, bar and a finger plus another finger. So I'm going to do second finger, first string, third finger, second string, third string. Now it gets interesting because I can do the same thing, but I don't have to put my third finger on the same string that my second finger is on. So for example, okay, or varying any combination there. So think about your permutations. That's first string, and I can do second string, move these around, third string, move these around, and I would do the same thing with my fingers 3 and 4, okay? 3.5, now we're gonna do the bar and 2 fingers simultaneously, but then we're gonna lift 1. So for example, it'll be open, bar, 2 and 3 together, lift 3, okay? Bar, 2 and 4, I'm gonna do the 4th finger on the next fret, 4, lifts. I'm gonna do the bar, 3 and 2, so I'm going to flip the position, lift 2, I'm going to do the bar, 3 and 4, same fret, I'm going to do the open, 4 and 2, so let's say I'll do the third string and first string, lift 2, I'm going to do open, 4 and 3, I'll do the second string this time. Okay, you get the idea. The idea is to create different permutations, so that, and again, across all the frets. Just have fun with it. There's no right or wrong as long as you're using a lot of different variations, randomizing it a lot, okay? Now 3.6, the bar and 2 fingers plus another finger. So I'm going to do bar, 2 and 3 plus 4 on the first string. Lift 4. Now the bar plus 2 and 4. 2 on the second, 4 on the first. Now I'm going to add the third finger on the third string. Okay, now 3 and 2, so flip these. I'm going to do third string, second string. 4th finger. Okay, I'm going to do 4 and 2. Now let's do 4 and 3. I'll do 4 on the second string, 3 on the first. 3 on the third. Okay, again, different permutations. You'll find some beautiful chords, beautiful sounds, so please have fun with it. Again, make sure you randomize your frets, change your finger orders. Now that you've got a good idea of how to set up your bar chord and how to practice your 2 and 3 string bar chords correctly, you can further your bar chord knowledge and practice by checking out the next video in the series right here on the screen, where I cover the 4, 5, and 6 string bar chords. So go ahead and click on that, and I'll see you over there. Thanks again.